Hello everyone, I'm Calvin Woodham. I'm a local abstract artist here in Savannah, Georgia. I'm originally from Wrightsville, Georgia. In May of 1990 I moved to Savannah, and around 1999 I started to study fashion at the Savannah College of Art and Design, and I finished my first painting in 2005, and that's when I became an artist. So I'm in this exhibition here at CorkHouse Gallery called Wandering Earth, and most often I sort of stray away from themes because as an abstract painter I literally pour my paint on a canvas and see what happens. And most often my pieces really sort of create themselves on their own. As I go throughout the creative process, I sort of identify with an abstract figure or an organic shape, which leads me to a title, and I often go from those figures or perhaps the mood of the piece. So, but when a close friend asked me to be part of the show, I thought, well, considering the topics and the social and the political and climate sort of chaos in the world today, certainly America, I thought, well, I have some black and white pieces that sort of says something about us humans. I'm really thinking about the black and white American races here in America, because if there's unrest between us, then that's certainly going to have a very detrimental effect on the earth. And with these pieces, they are all talking about just absorbing information and history and knowledge from an older culture, from your ancestors. And so when I thought about putting these pieces in the show, I really had to make sure it would fit the theme of the show. So, and I put these pieces, I'm trying to think of my title. Sometimes I do forget my titles. But in particular, the wall piece, which is titled Absorbing Information. It's simply just a mass of black paint on a canvas with a few drippings of smaller black masses of paint on the canvas. And once again, it's all about absorbing that knowledge and teaching our history so history doesn't repeat itself. So one of the questions is, should art and how can art be an instrument of constructive change in the world? And my answer to that, yes. Art can really change lives because just viewing a work of art can really change a mindset. And most often when people view pieces of art, quite often, luckily, there's a universal meaning. And if there's a universal meaning, we all can relate to what that message from that work of art is saying. And I suppose what I would want everybody to take away from the show, when I look at the pieces in the show, I'm seeing there's animals, I'm seeing there's lots of foliage, I'm seeing there's lots of just natural beauty that we have all around us. So one thing that I always tell people often is to, when you're going through whatever you're going through, just take a moment and step out into the natural beauty. Luckily here in Savannah, we are surrounded by it. We're immersed in natural beauty here. And I always say, you've heard this a billion times, stop and smell the roses, stop and smell the flowers. I suppose here we say stop and smell the jasmine. But, and personally for me, we really have to take care of our earth, and my little advice would be use less water.